Here's another story from my 45 years. Not everything is always as it seems on paper. In the early, I don't remember the exact year, I think it was about 1990, I was with the band Gamelan, and we had a good ride. We were on the Billboard Jazz charts with our first record. That's great too. Another part of this story is that I wasn't on that first record. I would join the band before it was released, but it was already in the can when I joined the band. And the band leader, Ted Reinhardt's, one of his greatest regrets is he didn't have me go back in and play at least one little part or something on that particular record. I was on the records after that. But here we are touring and doing this thing. We got a gig at the Newport Jazz Fest, the infamous, very prestigious gig. We were so excited. We were new on the scene and the national scene. We were a band that nobody had heard of, and all of a sudden we were on the charts. We went up to number 8, and we got this gig at the Newport Jazz Festival. And we were like polishing our gear, making everything was in place. Our cables were good. For weeks before, we were making sure we were ready. Now, ready with an improvisational band is not rehearsing, but it's making sure everything's right and you get the right mindsets more than anything. That band hardly ever rehearsed. Honestly, we just jammed on stage. It was cool to be at Newport Jazz Fest and have people like Miles Davis and Carlos Santana backstage with you. It was a great honor and a great bump up in my personal life. I wasn't even 30 years old yet and was there hanging with those guys. It was pretty cool. I didn't talk to Miles Davis. He was on a whole other level, but we were back there eating from the same food table. But anyways, people go, "Oh, wow, you played the Newport Jazz Fest, and isn't that really something?" And yes, it was. It's on my resume, of course, and it was about 40,000 people there, which is a great bump up for me. But the reality is this. The reality is we're the new guys, and we were on the program for sure, but I don't remember the time the festival was supposed to start. It was like, early afternoon or something like that. And I don't know, it might have been 3 o'clock or something. And all of a sudden the promoters go, "We want you guys to go on now." It wasn't 3 o'clock yet. So the festival was supposed to start at 3. And they're asking us to go up early. So we realized it was very humbling that really, in reality, we were just the new regional favorites that were sent up to make sure the PA worked, pretty much. And we still played, and we played well. And the people who are in this great amphitheater, the lawn seats, thousands and thousands of people who come early to get a good spot for their blanket, were going nuts. So we heard, because the theater in front of us that had about 5,000 seats was almost completely empty. It was pretty surreal. We were playing, we were being broadcast into the lawn seats where all those people were jam-packed. There was hardly anybody in this huge empty theater where we played the first band on, and almost nobody was there. Some of those people filtered down into the seats before they got booted out when the people who had the tickets got there. So it was pretty weird and surreal. We did play the Newport Jazz Fest. This is true. We were on the program. We were really just a regional band that our record company pulled some strings to get in there to make sure the PA worked, I think. So thanks to all our fans who went, and thanks to people who enjoyed it. And it is on my resume for sure, because I did play it, but that's the reality. Not everything goes as planned, and not everything is as illustrious as you might think it is. Sometimes it's a real kick in the pants, or kick in the teeth, some people might say. Anyways, that's the reality of me playing the Newport Jazz Festival before I was 30. Amen.